Semenyo delivery into the area isn't great, easily gathered by Aaron Ramsdale, who then rolls it out for Zinchenko to try and break forward, and Arsenal will try and start a new attack. Arteta is going to be furious with what he's seen from his side so far. There doesn't seem to be too much creativity or energy in their attack. Not sure if they're still maybe a little bit drained from the Wednesday night game at home to Everton, which they won comfortably 4-0 in the end, although those goals really coming towards the back end of the match as Saka drives towards the byline. Dangerous cross flicked away by Jack Stevens, picked up by Zinchenko, support in Vieira. Vieira will get away from Rothwell. There's a 1-2 with Gabriel.
อีเหี้ยเอ้ยเอาหน่อยเว้ยไอ้นอนโดนง่ายๆเกินไป
Squeezing high up the field as Gabriel finds Saliba. Now with Bukayo Saka trying to find a cross into the area. Instead goes back towards Saliba. Will he put a delivery in? No, goes short towards Partey. Partey finds Saka on the right. Still no one in the area to aim for a cross, but plays the overlap for Ødegaard. Quick feet to get away from Zamora, then Billing is there. The clearance comes off the head of Ødegaard and it's thumped away from danger. And Ramsdale, who's essentially on the halfway line, picks up for Arsenal.
Well, Bournemouth are just expecting them to come forward again. Semenyo had a bit of time on the ball and he just launched it right upfield. You said it yourself, every outfield player, well, including Neto as well, of course, is in Bournemouth's final third. And the possession stats are going to be absolutely remarkable when they do come up. Only 16 minutes in Bournemouth. Chris Meffam, incidentally, has just gone through the back of Ødegaard in one of the rare occasions where he didn't really need to, because they've been so tight at the back, haven't they? Trossard's going nowhere. He's got his back to goal. He's won a free kick from about 30 or so yards out, and yeah, with open play, attacking intent not really working for Arsenal at the moment. It could be up to the set pieces to get them back into this game.
It very well might be, and it is going to be a free kick for the Gunners.
สวัสดีนะครับเพื่อนๆใครเข้ามาแล้วนะ
Standing over it, there's counting 5, maybe 6 Arsenal players in the area for a
งงครับตอนนี้งงมากครับอาร์เซนอลโดนนำครับ20-11 วิแม่งช็อกไปเลยครับเพื่อนๆไปไม่ถูกเลยครับนัดนี้
Clearance by Marcos Senesi, picked up again by Zinchenko. Will he try and flick the ball in? No, goes towards the right for Saka.
เหลือเพื่อนๆใครเข้ามาแล้วนะผมฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนี่ในบ้านนะเฮ้ยมันเป็นอย่างเงี้ยครับฝากแชร์เลยนะครับใครแฟนเซนอนนะฝากกดแชร์กันเยอะนะครับพี่ๆเพื่อนๆโอ้โหแม่งเลยเมื่อกี้แบบทำธุระอยู่ครับเปิดมานาทีที่3เอ้าใครวะโดนนำเฉยเลยครับเพื่อนๆไปเว้ยโอเดการ์ดไปบุโยซาก้าเปิดเข้าไปโอ้โหเตะมุมอีกแล้วโอ้โหแย่ก็สวัสดีนะครับเพื่อนๆดูอยู่70กว่าคนนะครับเข้ามาแล้วนะผมฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยครับตอนนี้จะเดินหน้าสู่900ซับนะครับฝากพี่เพื่อนๆช่วยกด Subscribe ให้หน่อยนะวันนี้นะครับอาร์เซนอลกับบอลสมัตนะอาร์เซนอลโดนนำไปแล้ว 1-0 นะครับก็ในช่วงที่โดนนำในช่วงแรกๆก็มีโอกาสที่จะตีเสมอนะแต่ก็ประตูของบอลมัดนี่ก็เซฟสุดหุกเลยนะครับเพื่อนๆเซฟทำให้อาร์เซนอลยังตีเสมอไม่ได้นะฝากเลยครับฝากเพื่อนด้วยนะครับช่วยฝากพิจารณาการกด Subscribe ให้ผมด้วยนะครับอาร์เซนอลได้เปิดเตะมุมเปิดไม่ได้อีกโอ้ไปฟาบิโอเวล่าออกไปทางขวาไปที่บูโยซาก้าโอ้โหจะยิงก็ยิงไม่ได้อีกนะครับจะสวนแล้วสวนได้ไหมครับบอลมัดโอ้โหไปอย่างไวเลยครับไปอย่างไวเลยไปแล้วครับหลุดแล้วเอ้ยโซลังกี้เปิดเข้าไปข้างในไอ้เหี้ยโอ้โหแลมเดลเซฟโอ้โหสุดยอดไอ้เหี้ยแลมเดลโอ้โหเกือบไปแล้วไงแบบฮาโอ้โหเย็ดเคแลมเดลเซฟเฉยเลยครับเพื่อนๆโอ้โห ใจหายแวบเลยกูเอ้ยนึกว่าโดนประตูที่2แล้วมาปวดหัวกันอีกแล้วเหรอพวกเราชาวไซนอนนี่ครับบอลมัดนี่แม่งเกือบสวนได้ครับเพื่อนๆโอ้โห
Yeah, vital bit of goalkeeping by the Arsenal shot stopper. I mean, I'm not really sure why Bournemouth players were complaining so much.
แรมเดลเซฟจัดไอ้เหี้ยแรมเดลเซฟเฉยครับเพื่อนๆนี่แม่งต้องขอบคุณแรมเดลเลยเนี่ยไม่งั้นตาย
one bit, but the fact that they were trying to do their defensive duties is where their complaints have come from. Arteta has
สวัสดีนะครับเพื่อนๆ60กว่าคนนะครับผมฝากด้วยนะครับฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อย
looks like there's a few words as well for some Bournemouth players whilst they're at it. But what do you think Arteta's trying to say to his side?
It's difficult, isn't it? Maybe to tell his players to calm down because they look so rushed already, don't they? And a bit that's leading into a lack of ideas, almost panicking. It's a sort of intensity from Arsenal that you make.
ตอนนี้นะครับเหมือนมีตัวผู้เล่นเจ็บนะครับนาทีที่20แล้วนะอาร์เซนอลยังตามหลังบอลมัดอยู่0-1นะครับตอนนี้เฮ้ยทอซาเจ็บ
Yeah, Smith Rowe's getting ready to come on. I think that might be for an injury because Trossard's down on the deck receiving some treatment. I'm not sure if that is going to be a like for like, but he obviously feels something has got to change in this side. Also,
ชิบหายยังไงครับสมิธโรต้องลงนะครับทอซาเจ็บเฉย
Trossard is hobbling off the field. Didn't quite see exactly what he did. Maybe he pulled up in tracking back to try and make that block for that earlier chance for Bournemouth. But that is going to be the change.
โอ้โหอะไรครับเนี่ย
Is Emil Smith Rowe on?
We saw from the replays that Trossard was the furthest back for Arsenal. He was sprinting to try and get in the way of Billings' pass, and maybe he did pull up. He's walking without the assistance of the physios down the tunnel, which I suppose is a positive at least. But yeah, bringing Smith Rowe on after only 22 minutes. I mean, it's fresh legs in a way. But really, it's still so early in the game. Everyone should have fresh legs, but it might just bring a little bit something different. Smith Rowe might be a bit wider. Martinelli might go down the middle, mightn't he? But yeah. After that long break with Semenyo going down and then Trossard going down, it's an Arsenal free kick from about 30 yards out.
It is from 30 yards out. It is
ไปแล้วครับสมิธโรนะครับลงมาแทนทอซานะทอซาเจ็บโอ้โหทีนี้เอาไงครับเพื่อนๆอาร์เซนอล
But it is pretty central, so it might still favour an effort just to try and test the hands of Neto, which they haven't really been able to do since that double save from the goalkeeper. Odegaard does go for goal. It's not the worst of efforts, but it does go comfortably wide in the end of the Bournemouth keeper's left-hand post. We are now past the halfway stage of this first half.
สมิธโรก็ไม่รู้ฟอร์มยังไงเอ้ยโอ้โหได้การยิงก็ไม่ได้อีก
Thanks, Will, but what an absolutely sensational start we had in this game after only 9 seconds with Phil Billing opening the scoring, breaking the deadlock so early on in a game that, well, penny for Gary O'Neill's thoughts. Would he have wanted victory from this one? I suppose every game.
เพื่อนๆนะครับที่ดูอยู่60กว่าคนนะผมฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนะครับพี่ๆเพื่อนก็ยินดีต้อนรับนะครับช่องของผมนะครับยินดีต้อนรับเพื่อนๆทุกคนนะครับทุกแฟนบอลนะเชียร์ทีมไหนมาเชียร์กันได้เลยนะครับเพื่อนๆ
relegation battlers, and if they do want 3 points, they'll have to do something they've never achieved before against Arsenal. In 11 Premier League games, they've never kept a clean sheet against the Gunners. Still about 70 minutes to go, though, with Arsenal, as you'd imagine, constantly wanting to knock on the door. Here's Fabio Vieira to Smith Rowe for his first few touches.
แล้วตัวมาเจ็บ
Leandro Trossard back in now to Zinchenko, a left back that is, at the moment, we're running with the ball as almost a central midfielder. So often are his responsibilities given by Mikel Arteta. Now back with Emil Smith Rowe, 85.
ไอ้เว้ยชินทิงโก้โอ้โหจ่ายไม่ดีโอเคได้อยู่แม่งมาโดนนำแบบนี้มันก็กดดันนะครับก็เด็กๆอ่ะเปิดไปไม่ได้อีกมงไป ถ้าเป็นแบบนี้ก็ต้องถอยมาเทลี่นี่ไปยืนหน้าเป้าเลยเนี่ยครับเพื่อน25 นาทีผ่านไปนะครับอาร์เซนอลก็ยังตีเสมอไม่ได้ถามเพื่อนนะครับใครเข้ามาแล้วนะฝากกด subscribe ฝากกดติดตามแล้วก็ในช่องแชทนะมีให้เพื่อนกดโหวตนะครับเชียร์ทีมไหนก็โหวตทีมนั้นนะเชียร์อาร์เซนอลหรือบอลมัดนะครับแล้วก็มีอะไรคอมเมนต์แชทสดมาคุยกันได้นะครับวันนี้ย้อนไปจังหวะที่โดนยิงเนี่ยครับโอ้โหเหี้ยงงมากเลยครับเพื่อนๆแม่งโดนยิงทั้งนั้นอะไปเว้ยไปสวนได้บริการโทมิไปโอ้โถโทมิช้าอีกโอเคยังได้อยู่ซาลิบาอาเต้ออกไปที่โทมิยะสึลากไปแล้วโทมิยะลากไปแล้วเปิดโอ้โหสมิธโลจะโมงไม่ได้อีกเอาละครับบอลมาอยู่ที่บอลมัดครับบอลมัดจะสวนเปิดออกไปกาเบียลเล่นกับซาลิบาครับซาลิบาออกไปที่โทมิยะสึโทมิยะสึบุโกโยซาก้าโทมิซาลิบาปาเตชินเชียงโกสมิธโลไปชินเชียงโกสมิธโลโอเคสมิธโลต้องกลับมาให้ได้นะเว้ยโหก่อนเจ็บไปเองฟอร์มดีโคตรอยู่แล้วชินเชียงโกเปิดไปไม่ได้อีกโดนมงโอ้โหโทมิก็มงไปเข้าทางผู้เล่นบอลมัดอีกบอลมัดหัวออกไปเตะครับโทมิเก็บได้บุโกโยเล่นกับโอเดกาซาลิบาปาเต้จะเล่นโอเดกาเอาแล้วครับผู้เล่นบอลมัดได้แล้วครับจะสวนแล้วสวนได้ไหมโอ้โหสะดุดแบบนี้แมนยูซิตี้เน้นมันยังไม่จบเว้ยรอให้มันจบก่อนเราค่อยพูดนะโอ้โหโอเดกาโลเปิดออกไปโอ้โหเฮียไม่ได้ไปเว้ยโทมิซาลิบาโทมิยะสึเอาเว้ยสวยโอ้โหจะเล่นกับมาเตลี่ไม่ได้อีกโอเคได้บอลแย่งต่อได้ไปฟาบิโอเวล่าลากไปแล้วลากไปหลบไป1หลบไป2หลบไป3โอ้โหเย้ยไม่ได้อีกเจ็ดเคบอลแม่งไม่เข้าทางก็ยิงแม่งเลยโอ้โหมันเทลี่ย้อนไปที่โทมิยะสึโทมิเว้ยเอาไงเล่นกับมันเทลี่เล่นไม่ได้มันเทลี่ก็ต้องลงมาล้วงบอลบ่อยๆนะยังอย่าไปปักหลักแดนหน้ามากให้เป็นฟอร์นายโอ้เซ็งเลยเขาซาเจ็บซินเชนโก้โอเคมันเทลี่สมิธโลเล่นกับชินโก้เปิดไปโอเคครับได้ลูกเตะมุมต่อเอ้าบอลไม่ออกอีกไม่ได้ลูกเตะมุมครับสมิธโลคืนมาที่กาเบียลโอ้โหบูโยซาก้าช้าที่ผ่านโดนโอเคแย่งบอลได้ไปบูโยซาก้าเปิดไปฟาบิโอเวล่าไปต่อหลบไป1โอเดกาสายลงยิงโอ้โหยังไม่ได้อีกโอ้ยหัวเอาไปอีกโอ้โหไม่ได้ครับเพื่อนโอ้แม่งโอกาสแม่งมีเต็มเลยครับเพื่อนแม่งทำอะไรไม่ได้ สวยจินชิงโก้ไปสับหลอกเปิดเท่าไหร่ก็ติดอีกครับได้ลูกเตะมุมครับเอาครับอย่าลืมนะเพื่อนๆที่ดูอยู่นะ40 กว่าคนนะผมฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนะครับเพื่อนๆพี่ใครเป็นแฟนอาร์เซนอลนะยิ่งต้องกดติดตามเลยนะครับผมนะครับสมิธโลโอเดการ์ดนะครับยืนอยู่ที่บอลเล่นสั้นไหมโอเคครับเล่นสั้นโอเดการ์ดลากไปแล้วโอเคครับชินชิงโก้เอาไงชิงโก้เปิดมงโอ้โหไม่ได้ครับเนโต้มันก็เหนียวจริงๆนะเหนียวเลยนัดนี้เนี่ยเตต้าครับต้องกระตุ้นหน่อยนะเตต้ากระตุ้นหน่อยเว้ยเตต้าประตูเดียวเองrelegation candidates and here against Bournemouth you would have imagined at least on paper it would have been a bit of a stroll in the park for Arsenal as it stands it's been anything but we have gone past the half-hour mark now ไปเว้ยชิงโก้ไปโอ้สวยstudio commentary here Zinchenko driving สมิธโลโอ้เองฮาโลเวนเก่งอยู่แล้วสมิธโลเองไม่เหมือนวิเชียหรอกมันต้องเล่นได้บิ๊กวันนี้สมิธโลโอเคสมิธโลเปิดไม่ดีโดนสกัดได้เทียบกาเบียลเล่นกับปาเต้ได้บอลโอเคตั้งหลักไว้ก่อนไปที่ซาลิบาโอเดการ์ดโอ้ยใจแม่งเต้นตึบๆเลยครับเพื่อนๆพูดตรงๆเลยโอเคครับเตะมุมอีกแล้วครับเพื่อนๆไม่รู้เตะมุมกี่ครั้งแล้วเนี่ยplayers pretty easily and there's Zamora knew exactly what was going to happen when Saka picked it up he was going to try and find Ødegaard and managed to position himself for the easy block and the corner kick has been wasted by Arsenal out for yet another goal kick for Bournemouth short corner again and เล่นสั้นอีกแล้วครับโอเดการ์ดเปิดไปโอ้โหมงก็ไม่ได้อีกครับเวลคัมอุดรสวัสดีครับต้อนรับกลับบ้านสักทีกลับบ้านไหนอ่ะผมยังไม่อยากกลับบ้านพี่กลับบ้านแล้วเหรอพี่จักรินอ๋อพี่ไปเที่ยวมาเหรอจะทำยังไงเนี่ยกระดุดไม่ดีนะโอเคครับได้บอลได้นอนได้ฟาวเว้ยก็ย้ำอีกครั้งนะครับเพื่อนๆอย่าลืมกด Subscribe ให้ผมหน่อยนะครับฝากกดติดตามกด Subscribe ให้หน่อยก็วันนี้มีคู่นี้นะครับพรุ่งนี้อย่าลืมนะครับมีแดนเดือดนะเรามาเชียร์แดนเดือดกันเที่ยวโคราชมาพี่ไปเว้ยโอเดการ์ดไปแล้วโอเดการ์ดสายลงสมิธโลเปิดไปโอ้โหยังไม่ได้อีกโอ้โหชิงโก้ได้ต่อซาลิบาไปโทมิเปิดไม่ได้อีกโอ้โหโอเดการ์ดไม่ได้โอ้โหโดนแขนเอาฝาเปล่าจุดโทษเปล่าอาจารย์ไม่จุดโทษหรอมันจุดโทษโอ้โหเอาหน่อยเว้ยเราจะได้ VR โอ้โหไม่น่าจะได้นะแต่ต้องดูก่อนครับดู VR ก่อนนะว่าได้ไม่ได้เนี่ยครับต้องดูนะได้ไหมต้องได้ดิอาร์เซนอลให้ได้ประโยชน์บ้างดิโหไม่เคยได้ประโยชน์จาก VR เลยอะ similar calls. Mepham's gone up for the header. Like you say, he's used his arm for elevation. He's clearly hit his arm with very little, if any, touch of the head, and that has taken it away from Fabio Vieira. Whether he would have got the end of it anyway, it's unlikely. But still, that to me looks
his unnatural position of where his arm is. I think in any other season before that VAR were told to make some changes, that's given as a penalty. So Arsenal will probably feel a little bit aggrieved to that.
Yeah, I mean the debate around handballs with VAR it probably stand the test of time.
แย่จุงเบยแย่จุงเบย
Definition is there in each incident. Whilst you
กาเบรียลเว้ย
imagine in terms of the good side of it is it should be judged on an basis, I should say. But even still, there's just so much inconsistency surrounding handballs. They look at it, didn't they, VAR, and
แม่งโดนนำทีเซ็งไปหมดเลย
quite quickly in the end. But Arsenal win call forward yet again. Martinelli ball over the top, looking for Smith.
Gabriel
dispossessed by Chris.
สมิธโลไป สมิธโลไปเปิดไปโอ้โหโดนหวดออกไปอีกโอ้โหเอาครับได้ทุ่มลิบาตอนนี้882ซับแล้วโอ้โหอีก18ซับเองครับจะครบ900ฝากพี่ๆเพื่อนด้วยนะครับช่วยกดถึง 1,000 ไวๆนะผมฝากพี่ๆเพื่อนด้วยโอ้โหโดนซาก้าออกอีกอะไรกันครับเนี่ยอะไรครับเนี่ยเครียดกูเลยเครียดอ้าวแย่งบอลได้ครับฟาบิโอเวล่าโอ้โหจะเลี้ยงอีกแล้วทำไมเราเลี้ยงบ่อยจังอะโอ้โหมันต้องเสมอได้แล้วโอ้ยแย่จัดสรุปนัดนี้เนี่ยแมนซิตี้มา2 แต้มแล้วนะครับเพื่อนๆใช่เหลือ2 แต้มแล้วเหรอพี่
well with a fantastic save, but it'll be his own worst critic there, won't he? Because it was such an early stage of the game and a crucial one.
ไปอาริต้าไปโอ้โหไม่ได้อีกอาริต้ากระตุ้นหน่อยเว้ยอาริต้า19 ปีแล้วนะที่เราไม่ได้แชมป์มาเราต้องเอาหน่อยดิฮึดๆหน่อยเด็กๆเอาชิบหายแล้วไงหลุดอีกแล้วโอ้โหแย่งได้กาเบียลโอ้โห thank you เลยหนุ่มมาเจลี่ไปแล้วโดนสวนไปได้ไหมสายลงโอเคครับออกทางขวาโอเดกาดไปครับบูโยซาก้าเอาไงครับคือมาที่โอเดกาดอีกทีครั้งโอเดกาดไม่มีพื้นที่สายสมิธโลเอาเชงก็ยิงเฮียไม่ได้อีกโอ้โหบุกชิบหายเลยนั่นใช่ครับบุกชิบหายเลยครับบุกแต่ไม่ยิงก็เท่านั้นนะครับเพื่อนๆพี่บุกแล้วมันต้องยิงด้วยได้ลูกเตะมุมอีกแล้วไม่รู้เตะกี่ครั้งแล้วเนี่ยครับบริการเปิดไปโดนมงเข้าไปอีกเอาเชนเชงโก้โอเคมูโยซาก้าบริการเชนเชงโก้โอ้ยิงแม่งเลยโอเคสมิธโลได้สมิธโลที่เชนเชงโก้แม่งทำทุกอย่างแล้วครับให้เธอแล้วไปมูโยซาก้ามาตินโดริกาดโอ้โหโดริกาดก็ไม่ได้ไปมูโยซาก้าโดริกาดโอ้โหจะทำชิ่งก็ไม่ได้อีกครับโทมิเปิดเข้าไปไม่ได้อีกเอาได้บอลไหมไม่ได้อีกบอลมัดได้บอลครับเปิดต่อไปครับไบดี้โอเคครับซาลิบาสวยมากไปครับโทมัสปาเต้ออกไปทางขวาต่อครับไปที่โอเดกาดเอาไงโอเดกาดไปแล้วบุกโยสกาเปิดเข้าไปโอ้โหสมิธโลโอ้เนี่ยครับลูกเก่งของสมิธโลครับเวลาเปิดตัดทัดแบ็คเข้าไปอย่างเงี้ยโอ้โหสมิธโลมาไม่ทันครับเพื่อนๆโอเคครับได้ลูกทุ่มบุกต่อเว้ย ขึงนานแล้วนะแต่ขึงแล้วมันต้องได้ด้วยถ้าไม่ได้มันจบเลยผู้เล่นบอลมาเจ็บอีกแล้ว
It has to be done really from a Bournemouth point of view, just to have a player down on the deck, just to tick away some seconds.
เจ็บอีกแล้วครับเจ็บอีกแล้วครับพี่น้อง
I haven't seen a replay in regards to why Zamora is down on the deck, but he should be okay to continue. It has been an onslaught at times from Arsenal trying to get this goal back, but you've got to give the credit to the Cherries. They're defending so resolutely at this moment in time.
They really are, aren't they? And 5 minutes to go of this first half. Mikel Arteta want all of his players to go straight into the changing rooms.
เอาครับไปต่อโทมัสปาเต้จังหวะไม่เด็ดขาดครับพอใช่ครับไม่เด็ดขาดเลยครับแดนหน้ายังไม่ได้เลยต้องเน้นกว่านี้หน่อยครับแล้วยิ่งทอซาก็มาเจ็บอีกเอ็นเกเทียก็เจ็บอีกเหมือนจะไม่ฟิตนะวันนี้เอ็นเกเทียเอาไปต่อตรงนี้โล่งแล้วโล่งแล้วโอ้อะไรวะโอ้โหเปิดพลาดเหี้ยอะไรเนี่ย
kicks the ball away with his left boot, which he isn't expected to do so. It squirms away from him and goes out of play for a goal kick. It's a sloppy bit of play from the Japanese international, and it gives Bournemouth an opportunity to clear their lines.
อะไรครับเนี่ย5 นาทีสุดท้ายแล้วครับเพื่อนๆพี่ดูครับว่าเซนอนจะตีตื้นได้หรือไม่บริการไปต่อโทมิอย่างว่าโทมิไม่ค่อยได้ลงด้วยครับเพื่อนๆมันก็เลยแบบโอ้โหซาก้าครับได้ลูกเตะมุมอีกเตะมุมอีกแล้วครับไม่รู้กี่ครั้งแล้วครับเนี่ย 6-7 ครั้งแล้วบ้างครับเนี่ย
closer towards the 6-yard area as Martinelli swipes towards goal. Not the best of contacts by any means as it bounces straight into the ground, takes the sting out of the ball and easily
โอ้โหปั่นไม่ได้อีก
Yeah, easy gather for the goal.
โอ้โหมาเจลี่ยิงไม่ดีอีกโอ้โหเอาครับได้ลูกเตะมุมอีกโอ้โหใช่ครับคันขาดเกินโอ้โหต้องเน้นหน่อยต้องเน้นหน่อยโอ้โหขาดเกินจริงครับอย่างที่พี่พูดเลย
Zamora missed control and now he's out of position. If Arsenal can make the most of it, what a tackle that is from Phil Billing.
ครับ42 นาทีแล้วนะครับโอ้โหเอาย้ายบอลต่อบริการไปบริการโอ้โหบริการเย็ดแค่บอลไม้ก็จะสวนอีกแล้วโอ้โหเอาครับได้ทุ่มเหนื่อยจุงเบยเหนื่อยจุงเบยเหนื่อยครับพี่ไปอานอนได้บอลอีกแล้วตรงกลางแดนหลังเนี่ยโอเคแล้วพลาดอย่างเดียวครับจังหวะจบเนี่ยไม่คมไม่อะไรเลยพลาดอย่างเดียวครับจังหวะไปบุกุโยซาก้าเปิดไปโอ้โหไม่ได้อีกโดนหัวเราไปอีกอย่างน้อยต้องตีเสมอก่อนนะตีเสมอแล้วโมเมนตัมเรามาแน่เอ้าเฮ้ยเฮ้ยโอเคยึดเก็ตเค้กเกือบแล้วมันก็โดน
Yeah, and he probably feels like he probably should have done a bit more. It's awful play by Saliba. He does a hit and hope, and then he's out of position. It's a wonderful bit of play by Billing to set off Solanke.
เกือบแล้วชิบหายเกือบโดนสวนอีกแล้ว
Gabriel does well to shut off the passing angle that would have been there for Dango Ouattara, but another breakaway opportunity that almost led to another good goal-scoring chance for Bournemouth.
Corner for Arsenal.
ได้เตะมุมอีกแล้วครับเพื่อนๆ
For Arteta's men, Bukayo Saka again over this one for an in-swinger. He's got Odegaard as the short option. Instead he goes again for the near post, but once again cleared so comfortably at the first.
เอาเว้ยเตะมุม 7-8 ครั้งแล้วนะเปิดไปโดนมงออกไปอีกโอ้โหตัว2ได้อยู่ครับมันอยู่ที่โอเดการ์ดเซนเชนโก้ บุกโยซาก้าเปิดไปโอ้โหจะหม่งก็ไม่ได้อีกกาเบียวโอ้เฮ้ยฟาป่ะอาจารย์เฮ้ยเฮียอะไรเนี่ยมี4โดนเตะล้มไปเลยนะใช่ครับเหนื่อยแน่ครึ่งหลังมันเตลี่ไปโอ้โหฟาวเฮียโอ้โทมิ
yeah, there is contact between the two of them, but whether there's enough to overturn any decision, I don't think that it's going to be checked by VAR. 3 minutes of added time has been awarded. Mikel Arteta scribbling down some notes in his pad, maybe thinking of what to say to his
3 นาทีนะครับเพื่อนๆทดเวลา
This free kick for Arsenal. It's a mid-match huddle going on at the moment. Martinelli speaking to Gabriel, Odegaard, Zinchenko and Thomas Partey were all over the ball as potential options to strike from distance. Martinelli has made his way into the area. So trying to instruct his wall at the moment. 4 Bournemouth players.
อย่าลืมนะเพื่อนๆใครที่เข้ามาใหม่นะครับผมฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนะเพื่อนๆพี่ๆแฟนบอลทุกทีมนะกด Subscribe ได้เลยนะครับผมเชียร์ทุกทีมนะเชียร์แบบเชียร์ครับไม่ได้เชียร์แบบจริงจังนะเหมือนเชียร์เกม by เกมครับเชียร์ทุกทีมนะบิ๊กซิกพี่มีลีกนะครับถ้าเวลาได้ก็กดเข้ามาดูไว้ครับเผื่อมีไลฟ์สดนะกดกระดิ่งแจ้งเตือนไว้ด้วยก็จะมีไลฟ์สดจะแจ้งเตือนเพื่อนนะครับแมนยูลิเวอร์พูลนะพรุ่งนี้สำคัญเลยนะครับเพื่อนๆอย่าลืมนะครับบริการยิงโอ้โหข้ามคานไปอีกโอ้ย
testing of the Bournemouth defence.
No, they seem to be continuing from a corner kick perspective, just taking it short and trying to work the angle, but Bournemouth are getting out quickly enough or just sitting back and allowing that to be played because they've got so many players in front of the ball to really stop any shot going in. They need to start just delivering it into the area and causing havoc and trying to
ทำอะไรอยู่อาร์เซนอลนั่นดิครับพี่มันขาดเกินเหมือนมันเร่งจังหวะเกินไปครับพอถึงจังหวะสุดท้ายมันก็เร่งกันไม่เล่นเหมือนเดิมมันใจมันร้อนอ่ะพอมันร้อนแล้วมันก็จะทำอะไรไม่ดีเหมือนเดิมแล้วมันต้องอยู่ในเกมต้องนิ่งๆไว้ครับบุกก็ตามเกมของเราถึงโดนนำก็บุกไปตามเกมไม่ได้อะไรมากมายผมว่านะมันต้องแบบนั้นนะถ้าเราไปเร่งจังหวะสุดท้ายมากเกินไปมันก็นี่ก็จังหวะมันก็จะขาดเกินอยู่เนี่ยนะครับเร่งไปตามเกมโดนลูกเดียวเองอย่าไปเร่งอะไรมากคนเชียร์ก็หัวร้อนตามครับเพื่อนๆไปบุกโยซาก้าตรงนี้บุกโยซาก้าเปิดไปโอเคครับได้ลูกเตะมุมอีกเอา
and Emil Smith-Rowe over this one. It's going to be Smith-Rowe to play it short to the Ukrainian. He's up against Rothwell to try and get the ball in the box short now to Odegaard. Now a good ball into Martinelli. Can he make some space to get it? Well, was it a cross or a shot in the end from Martinelli? Nearly trying to catch Neto at his post, but it crashes into the side.
มาเตลี่ไปเลี้ยวไปโอ้โหยิงก็ไม่ได้อีกครับโอ้โห
Absolutely remarkable start with Phil Billing scoring after only 9 seconds for the visitors. A brilliant start for Gary O'Neill's men, and ever since then, as you'd imagine, Mikel Arteta's men have been trying to find an equaliser. Dominant in possession, but not entirely dominant in getting some efficient shots away. They've been rather wasteful in their attempts to get back into this game. A crucial 15 minutes lie ahead for Arteta in this team talk, and a crucial 45 left in the second half. Half-time, Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1.
จบแล้วนะครับเพื่อนๆครึ่งแรกอาร์เซนอลนะตามหลังบอลสมัต 1-0 แล้วเราจะไปยังไงต่อเนี่ยครับก็คู่อื่นนะสรุปให้ฟังนะครับ ก็เมื่อคู่ของค่ำนะครับแมนซิตี้นะชนะนิวคาสเซิล 2-0 นะครับแล้วก็คู่ของเรานะอาร์เซนอลตามบอลมัด 1-0 แอตตันวิลล่านำคริสตัลพาเลซ 1-0 นะครับไบรตันนำเวสต์แฮม 1-0 เชลซีกับลีดยูไนเต็ดก็เสมอกัน 0-0 นะครับแล้วก็วูลแฮมป์ตันกับสเปอร์นะเสมอกัน0-0เหมือนกันนะครับเพื่อนๆพี่เอาไงทีเนี้ยอาร์เซนอลไปทางไหนต่ออย่าลืมครับเพื่อนๆพี่คนที่เข้ามาใหม่นะรบกวนนะครับฝากกด subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนะกดกระดิ่งแจ้งเตือนไว้ด้วยนะครับจะได้ไม่พลาดนะเวลาผมมีไลฟ์สดมีเชียร์บอลในนัดต่อๆไปนะครับฝากพี่ๆด้วยรบกวนหน่อยนะครับแล้วใครสนับสนุนช่องนะในคิวโค้ดในที่หน้าไลฟ์ได้เลยนะครับฝากพี่เพื่อนๆด้วยใครจะเจาะโฆษณาก็ไลน์แอดในหน้าไลฟ์ได้เหมือนกันนะครับตอนนี้เลย17ซับสไครต์น่าจะครบ900แล้วฝากพี่เพื่อนๆนะครับช่วยกด subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนะเอาไงต่อแล้วครับทีเนี้ยไม่มีอารมณ์เลยครับเพื่อน
managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara.
ถ้าจบแบบนี้นี่แมนซิตี้นี่จะตามอาร์เซนอลแค่2คะแนนนะครับเป็นอย่างนั้นหรอกนะใช่ไหมครับเพื่อนๆผมไม่เป็นอย่างนั้นใช่ไหมตอนนี้ผลโหวตเป็นยังไงบ้างจาก31คนนะอาร์เซนอล 65% นะครับบอลมัด 35% มันควรดีกว่านี้ครับเพราะว่าสุดท้ายบางทีมันก็เร่งเกินไปอาร์เซนอลนะบางทีมันก็เร่งเกินไปครับArsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. ไปเข้าน้ำท่าเรียบร้อยครับเดี๋ยวเรามาเจอครึ่งหลัง by Dango Ouattara wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. ประตูที่เร็วที่สุดในประวัติศาสตร์ด้วยและเป็นการยิงอาร์เซนอล
Half-time, it is Arsenal 0.
อายเขาไม่เนี่ยไอ้เหี้ย
Goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing.
โดนเซต้าด่าแน่นักเตะ
close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th
เสียสมาธิกัน
when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came.
อย่าตบจะไม่ได้หายเม็ดเลยครับเพื่อนๆโดนยิงครับ
Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell
เป็น
to
ลูกที่โอ
Saka.
เดการ์ดยิงแบบยิงไกลแล้วซาก้าซ้ำนี่แม่งก็โคตรน่าเข้านะเพื่อนๆไม่เหนียวที่หาย
A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was
เนี่ย
brilliant.
ครับโอเดการ์ดนี่มีโอกาสยิงเยอะมากนะครึ่งแรกเนี่ยคนเดียวนี่หลายครั้ง
Shot
นะ
by Ødegaard was saved by Neto.
Ødegaard
Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well.
เนี่ยครับโอกาสโอเดการ์ดนี่มีโอกาสยิง5 ครั้งนะ
A
เพื่
goal
อน
after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara.
รอสักแป๊บนะครับเพื่อนๆรอ
It fell
ครึ่ง
to
ก่อนนะ
Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved.
ก็เดี๋ยวรอลุ้นนะครับว่าเทต้าจะแก้เกมยังไงแต่ก็เทต้าแก้เกมเข้าเป้าแล้วกันนะจะได้ไม่กระดุดแบบนี้ไม่ดีเลยนะครับกับลองบ๊วยเนี่ย
9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his
อย่าลืมนะเพื่อนๆคนที่เข้ามาใหม่นะครับฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนะครับ
A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal, closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area.
ตัวนี้ฟาเบลเวล่าไม่ค่อยเล่นไม่ค่อยดีเท่าไหร่เหมือนจะนี่กับบอลเยอะเกินไป
when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal, closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal, closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal, closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal, closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved by Ramsdale. Arsenal, closest they came was in the 3rd minute. Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved.
อย่าลืมนะเพื่อนๆคนที่เข้ามาใหม่นะผมฝากกด subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนะครับพี่ๆตอนนี้จะเดินหน้าสู่900ซับแต่ฝากพี่เพื่อนๆด้วยครับช่วยพิจารณานะครับกด subscribe ให้ผมด้วยนะครับขอบพระคุณมากครับถ้าเป็นไว้จะลงแล้วผมว่าต้องเปลี่ยนโทมิเล่นไม่ได้เลยครับตรงขวาสงสารว่าได้กากับบูโยซาก้ามากเลยโทมิแม่งรวนๆเงี้ยไม่รู้ครับเปลี่ยนโทมิเปลี่ยนกันอิชาก้าผมว่าโอเคเลยหรือว่าจอร์จินโญ่ลงมาเล่นคู่ปาเต้เลยก็ได้นะครับเพื่อนๆเดี๋ยวเลยเพราะเวลล่ายังไม่ไหวครับต้องอยู่สักปี2 ปีให้ปรับตัวก่อนแล้วก็อายุยังน้อยอยู่ด้วยแต่เป็นตัวแบ็กอัพที่ดีนะผมว่าเชลซีวันนี้ผมนึกว่าจะเล่นดีนะที่มันเล่นไล่โค้ชเป็นเองที่ผ่าน
Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara. Wasn't dealt with by Gabriel. It fell to Philip Billing in the area. Managed to tap home from close range. They could have easily been 2-0 up before the 20th minute when they broke away. Billing found Ouattara. His one-on-one effort from 8 yards was brilliantly saved.
ผู้เล่นกำลังเดินลงสู่สนามแล้วนะครับตอนนี้
Shot by Ødegaard was saved by Neto. Rebound fell to Saka, who from close range has his shot saved as well. Half-time, it is Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. A goal after 9 seconds for the Cherries. Separates the two sides. A cross in by Dango Ouattara.
โอกาสเยอะมากครับครองบอลก็โอ้โห70 กว่าเปอร์เซ็นต์มันเนี่ยครับครองบอลไม่ใช่70 85 ต่อ 15เงี้ยครับอาร์เซนอลทำไม่ได้ครับโอกาสยิง14 ต่อ 2 ครั้งโอ้โหแต่เข้ากรอบน้อยมากนะเข้ากรอบแค่3 ครั้งเองพิจารณาแล้วล่ะแล้วมาโดนสถิติทำประตูไวที่สุดในพรีเมียร์ลีกโอ้โห11 วิ เนี่ยเป็นไว้นะครับลงแทนแล้ว
White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko in the defence. Ødegaard, Partey, and Vieira, the midfield three with Saka, Smith, and Martinelli up top for Bournemouth. Showing goals: Zamora, Senesi, Stevens, Mepham, and Smith, the back five. Semenyo, Billing, Rothwell, Ouattara, the midfield. Dominic Solanke, the man that is.
อย่าลืมนะเพื่อนๆฝากกดติดตามกด Subscribe กดไลค์กดแชร์ด้วยนะครับพี่ๆเพื่อน
And well, now that your namesake is on the field of play, how do you think that the game will change?
ครับดูครับว่าเตต้าจะแก้เกมอย่างไร
Coming forward here with Semenyo, but that's really well defended by Thomas Partey, utilising his strength well. Then it's bundled over by the former Bristol City man, and that goes out.
จะโดนสวนอีกแล้วไอ้บักฮา
For the Gunners, I should say.
Yes, so
โอเคปาเต้
to Arteta's benefit, he has these two sort of centre backs that can work in the full back, and it allows Zinchenko to be a bit more free, doesn't it? Which he was in the first half. He was coming in centrally.
ปาเต้สุดยอดนะครับเพื่อนๆงั้นต้องเปลี่ยนฟาบิโอเวล่าแล้วให้จอร์จินโญ่เล่นนะเก่งเลยอ่ะเพื่อนๆจะมีตัวคอนโทรลหรือแทงบอลแนวลึกได้ดีมากกว่าเดิมฟาบิโอเวล่าก็ดีนะไม่ใช่ว่าไม่ดีแต่ก็ยังไม่ดีพอสำหรับที่จะเปลี่ยนแปลงอะไรได้เนี่ยครับดูดิเซนชิงโก้ได้บอลอยู่มิดโลก็อย่าบูโยซาก้าหลบไปไอ้เวนคนสวนอีกแล้วซาลิบาสวยไอ้นมโอเคครับไปบูโยซาก้าไปบริการแทงไปกาเบรียลชิงโก้ไม่ได้ครับมิดโลยืนดูครับไปครับจอมทัพเบอร์10กาเบรียลซาลิบาเป็นไวบูโยซาก้าบริการข้างในไม่มีตัวเลยครับถ้าเปิดไปหม่งมันก็ยากครับเป็นไว้สวยครับบอลลงดูแลต้องมาให้ไวก่อนนะเพื่อนๆโมนตั้มมันได้มาก่อนดึงก่อนเดลี่ซาลิบาเห็นไหมเล่นกับโอเดการ์เปิดเข้าไปโอ้โหไม่ได้ได้ลูกเตะมุมอีกแล้ว
from Ødegaard from the corner. Arsenal's 10th of the game, and it was cleared comfortably by Solanke, but Ødegaard back on the ball. Finding Zinchenko on the edge, supporting Bukayo Saka. One who we found as well. Saka blocked again, this time by the Argentine.
Ødegaard ได้บอลต่อ
Another corner kick for the Gunners.
ซิงโก้โอ้โหเอาอีกครับได้ลูกเตะมุมอีกแล้วโอ้โหมึงจะเตะมุมกี่ลูกเนี่ย11 ครั้งแล้วนะครับอาร์เซนอลเตะมุมเนี่ยครับเล่นแล้วบริการเปิดเข้าไปเปลี่ยนจุดโอ้โหไม่ได้ครับ
will take this goal kick. That gives me an opportunity to run you through the scores as they stand in the other 3 o'clock games in the Premier League. It's Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0, Brighton 1, West Ham 0, and it's goalless between Chelsea and Leeds, and also goalless between Wolves and Tottenham. The latter has only just kicked off for the second half. As Gabriel, under pressure from Solanke, goes back towards Ramsdale.
เปิดออกไปโอเคครับได้ทุ่มเป็นเชงโก้ไปกาเบรียลแลมเดลปาเต้สวยครับซาลิบาไปเป็นไว้ไปตรงไหนต่อซาลิบาอันเดลี่อย่าช้าโอ้เป็นไว้เปิดโอ้โหเข้ามืออีก
Smith then finds support in Chris Mepper. Martinelli will put the press on. Neto under pressure.
เบลเจซูจะหายังเนี่ย
Arsenal still trying to press from the front. Here's Jack Stevens. His pass poor.
ถึงกับเบลเจซูเลยครับเพื่อน
Arsenal can come forward once again. Go short to Ben White. Saka.
ๆมึงต้านให้อยู่แล้วกันบอลมัด
Have a little bit more pace in the play.
ต้านให้อยู่แล้วกัน
Being a little bit slow.
นะครับซาลิบา
Saka trying to get away from Zamora. Goes back again to Ben White. Now with William Saliba away from Solanke, finding White once more. No one really in the area to aim for. Finds support in Bukayo Saka. Now with Ødegaard on the edge, gets a shot away and it's straight down the throat of Neto. Watched it all the way and it's a comfortable save from the Brazilian.
He did, yeah, and again Ødegaard, sort of similar time in the first half as well. He's
บริ
resulted
การ
in long range effort.
ยิงโอ้โหตรงตัวอีก
Plenty of fizz on it, just like his first one, but Neto didn't need to dive on this occasion. It was straight down his throat and comfortably dealt with, and he's got things underway again. But yeah, opening 6 or 7 minutes, it's exactly how we imagined. Arsenal, all of the ball, plenty of possession, and Bournemouth just trying to be so rigid at the back.
Couple of goals sent about in the Premier League. Brighton have doubled their advantage against West Ham. Joel Veltman has got the goal there for Brighton, and Chelsea have taken the lead at home to Leeds United. Wesley
เชลซีนะครับนำแล้วนะ
Fofana
1-0
as Ben White brings it down the right hand side. Cross blocked well by Zamora, and that will be a corner
เตะไปทางขวา
despite the
โบโย
protestation
ซาก้าไปเว้ยโบโย
Zamora thought he played that off White
ออกไป
last
ที่เป็นไว้เปิดโอ้โหได้ลูกเตะมุมไหม
the corner going their way. It initially looked like they would.
อืม
So Neto will have to take this.
ไม่ได้ลูกเตะมุมอีกโอ้โห
They try and pump this up the field, try and alleviate some of the consistent and constant pressure that his side seem to be under. But at the moment, the Cherries are still holding firm. Neto with the long clearance flicked on by Semenyo, finding Dango Ouattara. It's away from Fabio Vieira and has been fouled by Thomas Partey rather clumsily. Free kick for Bournemouth just inside the Arsenal half, and I doubt they're going to commit too many players forward from this free kick, but if they can get a second goal, suddenly that really puts the cat amongst the pigeons.
It does, because the defensive aspect, they're doing brilliantly, aren't they? And yeah, they got their goal. If they were to get a second, it just gives it sort of maybe less pressure on the defence that is already having to work overtime really against Arsenal's attack. I mean, Chris Meffam's over the ball here, and he is looking long. They have brought men forward of Bournemouth, so they're going to try and go for it. Jack Stevens underneath it, but it's comfortably dealt with by Gabriel, and now here come Arsenal on the counter.
Saka setting off Martinelli, who will try and get away from Zamora. Bournemouth desperately trying to get players back as Arsenal try and offer support. Martinelli inside the area gets a shot away, and it goes.
ไปเว้ยสวนได้แล้วมาเตลลี่ไปเพื่อนวิ่งดิเพื่อนวิ่งช่วยวิ่งส่งมาส่งดิไอ้เหี้ย
Was that the right decision from Martinelli?
It's a good counter, isn't it? Saka, great ball into Martinelli, using his pace and
ทำไมไม่ส่งอ่ะโอ้โห
side on angle. And Emil Smith Rowe making a
ไอ้
running.
เหี้ยเพื่อน 2-3 คนในบักฮาเนี่ยสมิธโลโอ้โหเนี่ยโอ้โหไม่ยอมส่งอ่ะงงเลย
Into the top corner. He had men forward, but I think again Bournemouth did so well to read the passing options that Arsenal could have had on that counter. Defended well and forced Martinelli into a shot that was always going to be difficult to find the net.
He's always going to have a little bit of difficulty to actually get that on target and beat Neto, who has only been forced into a handful of meaningful saves as Ouattara is tackled. Ødegaard lifts over the top, and now Martinelli will try and break forward. Neto quick off his line. How's he going to get there? Just about does. Important bit of goalkeeping by the Bournemouth man. Martinelli tried to poke it around the goalkeeper, just didn't get enough purchase.
ไปแล้วโอเดการ์ดไปเตลลี่โอ้โหเหี้ยไม่ได้
He could be in serious trouble, and Bournemouth had nothing really. It was just the ball over the top, wasn't it, for Martinelli to run forward? And yeah, if Neto did bring him down, Bournemouth could have found themselves down to 10 men. Thomas Partey, not for the first time in this second half, has brought down Django Ouattara right on the touchline. So again, the second lead away. Ouattara does brilliantly to poke it through the legs of the Ghanaian. And yeah, Ernest then a free kick that on the previous one they did commit men forward. This one's wider and deeper, so that might not be the case on this occasion. But at least at this time, because in the end of the first half, whenever they had the ball, they were just lumping it forward. When they are in possession this time, Gary Neal's men, they're just trying to be a bit more pragmatic with it.
Yes, they are. So free kick here for Bournemouth on the right-hand side, which Joe Rothwell will take. Not a bad delivery into the area. Almost fell kindly to Jack Stevens at the back post. Did it come off an Arsenal man last?
ยังเหลืออีก35 นาทีนะครับเพื่อนๆ10 นาทีผ่านไปเซนอนก็ยังทำอะไรไม่ได้
It's a lovely delivery into the area by Joe Rothwell, causing issues for the Arsenal back line. And Stevens was the man that almost got on the end of it.
Oh, Stevens can't believe it, can he? I think it comes off the shoulder of Thomas Partey, doesn't
เหี้ย
it?
เกือบโดน
Just evades Bournemouth's number 3. He's looking to the sky in frustration, but he's going to stay up for this one because, as you say, it is a Bournemouth corner, which they are taking the time over. Rothwell slowly walking over to the round of applause from the Bournemouth faithful behind him.
Yeah, Rothwell will be the man that will deliver this, and will take his sweet time about it.
โดน 2-0 ก็จบอะครับเพื่อน
Bournemouth. It is Rothwell to deliver. Again, not a bad delivery. Headed in by Senesi, and it is 2-0 to Bournemouth. This is absolutely unbelievable. The Cherries are putting the league leaders to the sword, and it is the Argentine.
อ้าวเหี้ยเรียบร้อยเลย 2-0
And suddenly the task of Arsenal to get back into this game has gone from difficult to maybe nigh on impossible.
Oh, it's sensational, Will. Honestly, we said that they're trying to be a bit more pragmatic with the ball. They do well with the set pieces when they get them, and
โอ้โห
especially
เหี้ยโดนนำ 2-0
delivery from Rothwell, isn't it? His free kick was great that just evaded Jack Stevens, and Marcos Senesi, he just runs into the 6-yard box late with Thomas Partey.
เอาไงล่ะครับคราวนี้
Is Partey surprised that Senesi
โอ้โห
wasn't in?
เย็ดเปียก
Difficult to tell, he's a bit slow
มง
to
ยัง
react.
เฟี้ยวเลยอ่ะโอ้โหมงอย่างเงี้ยเซฟยังไงอ่ะ
And it's a powerful header. Ramsdale can do absolutely nothing about it. What another crucial goal that not only affects the dynamics at the top of the table.
งานเข้าแล้วครับเพื่อน
Yeah, just to remind you on what that goal means for the table. Arsenal would still be top of the pile. They would have played the same amount of games as Manchester City and would be 2 points ahead. And they still have to play City at the Etihad later on in the season. For Bournemouth, it is probably even
ๆโดนเลยครับเพื่อนๆทีนี้ทำไงอ่ะ
out from 19th into 16th, which means that Leeds currently losing.
โดนไปแล้วครับ 2-0 นะครับเพื่อนๆใครเข้ามาใหม่นะครับผมฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนะครับพี่ๆเพื่อนๆเอาละครับอาร์เซนอลจะทำเยี่ยงไรต่อไปล่ะเนี่ยทีเนี้ย 2-0 แล้วนะลูกเดียวยังยากเลยโอ้โหบอลมัดดีจัด
So tight and compact. We only said it a minute ago, didn't we? That if they got their second goal, it sort of alleviates a bit of pressure on Gary O'Neill's back line. And I mean, having said that, Arsenal, of course, will try and come forward still, but there's that extra cushion for them. And they've struggled to score 1 goal. They've got to score 3.
Yeah, it's a long way back now for the Gunners.
หิวเลยครับทีนี้หวานเจี๊ยบ
in the area, tries to get a shot away again, easily blocked by the Bournemouth defence. Then just anything get through, and the rare chance that does break through the back line of Bournemouth is being parried away or saved.
ไม่ได้อีก
But Arsenal really struggling.
แม่งจะเจาะยังไงวะเนี่ยไอ้เหี้ย เหนียวแน่นเหลือเกินกองหลังมันอ่ะนะครับโอเดการ์ดฟาบิโอเวล่าเบนเชนโก้โอ้โหยิงติดอีกแม่งโคตรแน่นเลย
flat at midfield 5 with a defensive 5 as well. There's just absolutely no space for Arsenal whatsoever. They're resorting to having to go out wide. Tommy Asu saw so much of the ball in the first half. Ben White is in his place now to try and get balls into the box. Zinchenko
แต่ว่ายังมีเวลาเว้ยเพื่อนๆลูกหนึ่งมาก่อน
Drilled in this time as Zinchenko could fall to Fabio Vieira, doesn't. So
โอเดการ์ดโอเดการ์ดบอกกูทำทุกอย่างแล้วนะแต่กูเจาะไม่ได้โอ้โหจะยิงไม่ได้อีกโอ้โห
Twists, turns, breaks into the area, goes down, has gone down very easily for me, and that's exactly what Chris Kavanagh thinks as well, as then Rothwell loses out to Martinelli. He picks up possession, tries to break forward. Smith on the overlap. Here is the Ukrainian. They need to get balls in the area and start testing Neto in the Bournemouth goal. Zinchenko still holds onto it, breaks towards the byline, goes back towards Vieira. Now with Martinelli. Again, Bournemouth trying to put the press on Vieira with the delivery. Neto will easily gather and will slow down proceedings once more. But it's, I mean, Bournemouth, any player that's picking it up on the edge of the area is constantly being pressurized, and there's no space for.
เปิดเสร็จอีกครับโอ้โหลูกเล่นลูกโด่งก็เสร็จดิครับเนี่ยผู้เล่นบอลมาตัวมันเริ่มครึ่งชั่วโมงนะครับเพื่อนๆไม่ได้อีกเอาครับจะโดนสวนอีกแล้ว
on the right hand side, taking on Senesi and Zamora, gets towards the byline, cross in, slice clearance by Stevens, almost went into the back of his own goal. He's fortunate it goes over, and it will be a corner kick, but that could easily have ended up in the back of his own net.
โอ้ยเฮียเกือบเข้าประตูตัวเองโอ้ยทำไมไม่เป็นใจเลยวะเนี่ยมึงสาพลาดแล้วเฮียข้ามคานเฉย
Away by Neto. Will it fall to Smith Rowe? He heads it back towards the goal. Falls into the back of the net. Partey's there, and the goal is going to be awarded. Arsenal have got a route back into this game. It's come scrappily, as I mentioned. That's probably how they needed to find a way back.
เรียบร้อย 2-1 ไอ้เหี้ยมาแล้ว
That's given them a lifeline.
Absolutely. It's scrappy, or of course they had that chance with the penalty in the first half, which they wasn't given. It's moments like that. We're just looking at a replay here. I mean, Saliba half-heartedly goes looking for a penalty. Zamora's on him. There's next to no contact. It's Ben White, actually, I should say. In fact, but no one as a result.
โอ้สมิธโลมงสวยจัด
Thomas Partey at the back post. Emile Smith Rowe keeps it alive by heading it into the 6-yard area. Partey in acres of space. He hits it straight at Neto, and it just bounces off of the goalkeeper's.
เอาละครับเพื่อนๆมาแล้วลูกนึงมาแล้ว
Into the side netting. He won't care one bit. All that matters is it's in the back of the net, and it's game on, Will.
เอาละครับโมเมนตัมมาแล้วล่ะ
currently down on the deck. I think maybe a little bit of cramp in the ankle, or maybe he's gone down with a bit of a roll. We'll have to wait and see if he is in any sort of trouble. Kells confirmed that Crystal Palace are down to 10 men in their game away from home against Aston Villa. Cheikh Doucouré has got 2 yellow cards in the space of 5 minutes in the second half, so he has seen himself get some marching orders. As we're now seeing, I think, a substitution being made here. I'm not sure if it's for Bournemouth or if it's for Arsenal as of yet. Neto is currently okay to continue. And it is going to be for Bournemouth. So 2 changes. Jordan Zamora is the first, being replaced like for like Ryan Fredericks. And it's Antoine Semenyo that is the other man coming off. So both players being switched on the same side of the field. And it's going to be Jadon Anthony.
มีเวลาเว้ย25 นาทีเว้ย
Thoughts on those changes, Ben?
Well, we said, didn't we, the defence has been working overtime, and I say defence, I essentially mean every single outfield player, because they've been tracking the runs of Arsenal. Arsenal are going right to left, so you've got to be really switched on when defending, because any space could punish you. So just, fresh legs and fresh minds, really, because it must be such an exhausting task, especially against the league leaders, and even at 2 goals up, they've just got to be so switched on. And now with conceding that goal, I mean, it's interesting to see if the subs were planned before that goal, because of course kickoff has only been.
เอาเว้ย25 นาทีเว้ย25 นาทีลูกเดียวเองโมเมนตัมมาแล้ว
Dominic Solanke, what a ball that is, and what a save as well by Aaron Ramsdale. Again, alert to the danger.
เฮียแต่อย่าโดนอีกนะ
First off save
โดนอีกไม่เอานะ
wasn't it? But this time against Dominic Solanke from a tight angle.
โอ้โหสุดยอดแรมเดล
Just received confirmation as well. Neto has been awarded a
ไม่ได้
card. I don't know whether that was for some frustrations towards the referee Chris Kavanagh, but nonetheless, Bournemouth are still in Arsenal's final third here with Phil Billing. To go back to Ryan Fredericks, of course, one of the recent substitutes. But just fresh legs and fresh minds, because it's going to be a really intense last half hour for this Bournemouth defence now.
Yes, it is. As Billing goes back towards Stevens, they're still holding on to a bit of possession here. Bournemouth still showing signs of them not wanting to just hold on to this 2-1 lead. They want to try and increase it back to another 2-goal cushion. The ball's floated long. Zinchenko might let that run for a corner, but no, Dago Otara is there. Crossing is blocked by Gabriel, and Partey will find Zinchenko, and Arsenal can now pick up possession.
ไปเว้ยนิดเดียวเว้ยนิดเดียวอย่าลืมนะเพื่อนๆคนที่เข้ามาใหม่นะผมฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนะ
To find a route back into this game. A point realistically won't do for the Gunners. They need to win all three to regain their 5-point advantage. As Smith Rowe finds Fabio Vieira too slow on the ball, picked up by Rothwell, but he wins it back to the Portuguese midfielder. Here is Fabio Vieira back towards Zinchenko. Support in the 18-yard box. And he'll find Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe towards the byline, gets across in, dangerous. Will it fall to any man in red? There's a man that's gone down. It's not going to be a penalty. Of course, it will be checked by VAR. The attack's still on here for Arsenal. Vieira to Ødegaard, away from Adam Smith. We'll have to go back towards the goal scorer Partey. Now Zinchenko, supporting Smith Rowe ahead of him. Also supporting Vieira to the left. Instead, cuts inside. Finds Ødegaard, ball at the top, looking for Saka. Is he onside? Not sure he is. He can't get on the end of it to keep it in play, and that will be a goal kick for Bournemouth.
I think he did time his run well.
เอาเว้ยชินเฮงโก้ลูกเดียวเท่านั้น
And he couldn't keep it.
กุโยซาก้า
Play.
โอ้โหเตะว่าวเหี้ย
We're just seeing a replay here, aren't we, of Bournemouth's attempt on goal from Dominic Solanke, essentially straight from kickoff, maybe 30 seconds after this time compared to the 9 when the game set off. Yeah, another great ball by Rothwell. He's had a fantastic game, hasn't he? Brilliant deliveries in dead ball situations, and in that case, open play over the top of Arsenal's defence, and Solanke nearly catching out Ramsdale. But it was another great save.
Well, it's another great save by looks. Dominic Solanke might actually be being brought off here for Bournemouth. No, he's just going over to receive some water, whilst Mikel Arteta looks to give some instructions to his side. Seeing another replay of the penalty shout. Martinelli goes down. He is being held by Jack Stevens. There is definitely a pull on the shirt and maybe a push at the end.
ครับเตต้าเรียกมาติวหน่อยเว้ยเพื่อน
Of course, there's contact, isn't there? Yeah. And the Bournemouth defender doesn't win the ball, but it's not even shoulder to shoulder, is it? Because he's sort of got his arms wrapped around Martinelli, but it's just not sort of tight enough or sort of rough enough to warrant.
ๆเนลสันเหรอ
But is that a sign of maybe Bournemouth's defence just panicking a bit? They're just grabbing onto the Arsenal players. Maybe.
ไอ้เหี้ยเจ็บบ่อยเหลือเกินในสัตว์บอลมัดมึงนี่แม่ง
They're going to make another change here. Reece Nelson, of all people, is going to come on. It's another attacking change, but I'm not entirely sure who he would likely be coming on for. Rothwell requiring the attention of the physios. I think he's just going off before coming back on when the ball is in play. But yeah, Arsenal are going to make that change.
นี่ครับวันนี้สมิธโลสุดยอดเรียกความมั่นใจวันนี้1 แอสซิสต์
Who came on for Trossard that's being brought off. It is Emil Smith Rowe that is making way. So a substitute being substituted, which is
เอ้าสมิธโลออกเลยเหรอ
you really see if it's either an injury or if it's a poor performance from the substitute. I don't think Smith has necessarily played badly, but he's also a player that hasn't had a lot of minutes, so it might be a case that he just doesn't have that match fitness.
Yeah, and I think if he had started, I think he would have come off around this time anyway. And the fact that he came on really early on, it's just sort of that similar responsibility in the game, isn't it? So he's had his effect on the game. He's seen a lot of the ball. You can't falter his performance because there's not really been any standout Arsenal player, has there? No. Every attacker has had at least by their standards, very poor performance. Plenty of balls in the box, not testing the Bournemouth defence enough. So yeah, just more fresh legs with Reece Nelson. He's gone over to that left wing.
เหมือนจะเจ็บนะครับสมิธโลอ่ะเฮ้ยมันเปลี่ยนแบบนี้มันก็งงเลย
with the cross into the area towards the back post hit. Has that gone over the line? I'm not sure if it has. It has. The goal.
เตะเอาโอ้โหไม่ได้เอาได้อยู่ไปนิเดอร์สันเปิดยิงเรียบร้อยไอ้เหี้ยไม่ได้อีกเรียบร้อย2-2 มาว่ะเห็นไหมบอกแล้วคนลุกไอ้สัตว์เอาเลยครับเป็นไว้ตีเสมอให้ 2-2 โอ้โหเย็ดแค่เป็นไว้โอ้โหเข้าไปแล้วไอ้เหี้ยเข้าไปแล้วเย็ดแค่ 2-2 เฉยโอ้โห
bounces into the ground. Does that add some pace perhaps onto the strike to get it over the line before Neto can claw it away from danger. He wheels away in celebration, but every Arsenal player rushes back.
เอาเลยเว้ย20 นาทีเว้ย
To get underway yet again. It's a sensational comeback. A comeback that is not over just yet, but Bournemouth have just in midfield. I think Rothwell has gone off. Indeed he has. He's gone to the bench, and Lewis Cook has come on.
2-2 เฉยเลยครับเพื่อนๆ 2-2 อ่ะ 2-2 อ่ะ เอาละครับ
this end of this game, and I'm sure it's going to be non-stop Arsenal pressure once more. Certainly a 3-0 up at home to West Ham.
ก็มาดิครับก็มาดิครับ
against the London side.
โอ้โหใจแม่งเต้นเติบคนลุกปากเลยเอาละมึงเอาเหอะ20 นาทีด้วยยังมีเวลาเยอะเอาแย่งกันทำไมอ่ะ4-4เอ้ยปาเต้สุดยอดโอ้โหปาเต้ไปเว้ยเวลาไปเปิดโอ้โหเย็ดเค้กไม่ถึงกาเบียวมึงต้านให้อยู่แล้วกันในบอลมัดส้นตีนไปยิงนำ 2-0ปาเต้ไปโอมัสปาเต้ตามเกมไปโอ้โหจับไม่ดีฟาเบลเวล่าโอ้ยเย็ดเคไปครับมาเตลลี่ไปต่อเล่นกับฟาเบลเวล่าไปครับลินเนลสันเปิดเข้าไปอีกโดนมงสกัดออกไปยังได้อยู่ครับไปที่กาเบียวหวดไหมหวดไม่หวดครับไปที่ลินเนลสันอีก1 ครั้งลินเนลสันพาถีไปโอเคครับเชนโก้เอ้ยไปแล้วบุกโยสก้าหลุดแล้วโอ้โหเย็ดแค่โอ้โหไม่ได้ชนเสาแฮนด์บอลเปล่า
holds on to possession, and like you mentioned, I'm not sure if it's a shot or if it's a cross. It's really hard to see from the angles that we got, but it rebounds off the post, and Neto's a very, very lucky boy. In fact, Bournemouth in general are lucky because that could have easily bounced anywhere.
Maybe the 12th player at the moment for Bournemouth is the frame of the goal.
ไปครับชินเชนโก้ตาลิบาไปต่อเว้ยเป็นไว้
plenty more of the ball in these final stages. Zinchenko into Odegaard, final third. Now good ball centrally for Fabio Vieira, dispossessed at the crucial stage by Chris Mepham. Django Ouattara does well to ride the challenge of a few Arsenal players, earn his side an important free kick.
โอ้โหฟาเบลเวล่า
Panic stations at the moment, the visitors after doing so well.
โอเคครับสวนไม่ได้
We're just seeing a replay here of that effort. The post. It's a cross that. Oh my word, it's a cross that comes and hits Jack Stevens. My colleague Will is absolutely demanding for a handball. It does come off his arm, doesn't it, Will? And it ricochets onto the post. His arm's down his side. But we had a dubious handball scenario in the first half as well, didn't we?
We really did, and you feel like with both those decisions going against Arsenal, from a neutral perspective, you think at least one of them is a penalty, but surely both aren't as Marcelli breaks into the area, gets a shot away, goes just over the crossbar. It was being well watched by Stevens. I think it was about 16 yards out the effort, on the bounce, got power behind it, just couldn't.
รีบไปยิงรีบไปโอ้โหทำการโอ้โหมาเตลี่โอ้โหดูดิครับโคตรไวอ่ะเนี่ยวิ่งไปแล้วยิงโอ้โหเหี้ยแม่งข้ามคานนิดเดียว บอลมันหลักไม่ดีแล้วเพื่อนๆเนี่ยครับก็พยายามยิงให้ดีที่สุดแล้วโอ้โหแต่ไม่เสือกข้ามคานไอ้เหี้ยเข้าไปแล้วมึงจบเลยโอ้โหเหี้ยเดต้าเสียดายเลยครับเพื่อนๆมันต้องดีกว่านี้มันยังมีเวลาไปต่อเว้ยเพื่อนๆไปต่อเว้ยน้องๆเอาเหี้ยโอเคปาเตอีกแล้วสุดยอดจริงๆครับปาเตนัดนี้ชนะนี่แมนออฟเดอะแมตช์เลยนะปาเตเนี่ยเล่นโคตรดีอ่ะบูโยซาก้าไปแล้วเป็นไว้อ้อมอยู่ไอ้บูโยซาก้าไปเองเปิดเข้าไปไม่ได้อีกโอ้โหครับโทมัสปาเตต่อโอเดกาดเล่นกับบูโยซาก้าเป็นไว้ตาลิบาโอเดกาดโอ้โหเย้ยไม่ตรงช่องแล้วครับจะสวนแล้วสวนได้ไหมโอเคแจ๋วโอ้เชงโก้สุดยอดไอ้นมไปต่อปาเตเชงโก้โอเคครับยังได้อยู่ไปเว้ย
Arsenal, the clinicality has really been poor over the course of this one. Granted, they haven't created too many clear-cut opportunities, and that could come back to bite them.
Good ball to Martinelli. I think he tried the back heel to give it back to Saka for the 1-2, but it was blocked by Senesi out for another Arsenal corner. Mikel Arteta speaking to his coaching staff. I'm sure he'll be delighted with the character of his team to come from 2-0 down.
ได้ลูกเตะมุมต่อIn
their perspective, they want the 3 points to turn to a 5-point gap.
เอา
In the title race, corner taken short to Odegaard. He's now got Fabio Vieira to attempt the strike from distance. Far too many Bournemouth players in the way, so he tries to go for the top corner. But in the end, if you had another goal on top of that one, I think it would have cleared that too.
Yeah, really poor effort.
โอ้โหเวลา
What's going to happen there from that corner kick taken short, moves it out to the edge, and he got had.
เวลาทำไมทำอย่างเงี้ย
Quite clearly, was never really going to test the Bournemouth defence or Neto in the goal. Seeing a replay of the Ben White equaliser, looking at the replay, it is quite comfortably over the line. I don't think we probably even needed a goal line technology there.
Yeah, it was a desperate attempt of a save from Neto, wasn't it? As he scrambled from his near post to his far to save that Ben White effort, but he just about got enough power on it to make it go over the line. Poor ball from Ramsdale out looking for Ben White, and it's intercepted by Jadon Anthony. He's got players in the box if he can find them. One of those being Dominic Solanke. It didn't reach ball.
เอาเว้ยไปต่อเอาเหี้ยลำเดียว
But the Gunners are going to come forward yet again here with some space to run into with Fabio Vieira. He's got Reece Nelson on the overlap into the area now, tries to cut inside on.
ลิบาเองนี่มันนิ่งจริงนะเอง
Close to the back post for Odegaard.
โอ้ยสวยครับไปแล้วฟาบิโอเวล่าไป
Part of his body did it block.
ลิเตลสันขอแล้วไปแล้ว
Martin Odegaard. Ben White amongst
เอียไม่ได้อีกแฮนด์มอนก็ไม่ได้อีก
says for the time being just a corner kick.
Oh.
See a replay on this one. Senesi, he keeps his hands down to his side. He sort of raised his elbow, but I think that's a fair defending, and to his credit, good defending from Senesi.
Good defending from Senesi. I don't think that's a penalty. I think it's too close.
ไม่ได้อีกแล้ว
For Senesi to get his arms out the way. So I'll be very, very surprised if
เย็ดเคอะไรกันครับเนี่ย
to ensure that it can't be taken quickly whilst there is a VAR check. I highly doubt this is
10 นาทีเว้ย10 นาที
I'll be very, very baffled that that's going to be a penalty and none of the others
Well,
were.
absolutely, especially since the others weren't. He hasn't signalled for a corner just yet. Yeah, the linesman again is just having a word with Martin Odegaard to say, hang on just a second. Arsenal players swarming around Chris Kavanagh and judging by
โอเดกาดกูอยากเตะเต็มที่แล้วโอเดกาดโอเคไม่ได้ไม่ได้อีกแล้วไอ้เหี้ยอะไรครับเนี่ย
swings in, looking for the head of Gabriel. Did it hit his shoulder? He drives forward again to try and send it goal bound.
มงไม่ได้อีกไอ้เหี้ยเนี่ยแฮนด์แล้วทีเนี้ยแฮนด์แล้ว
Couldn't generate the required pile there from Gabriel. The initial corner just spoon tied to the air. I think actually comes off the head of the Brazilian initially as he gets sort of caught in between himself and Saliba. Did well to recover.
โอ้โหอะไรกับกรรมการกันวะเนี่ย
I mean, Billing does it hit his hands? I think it might do, but again they're in front of it.
โอ้ยแฮนด์น่ะ
Very, very difficult for a penalty to be awarded there.
It's a brave header as well from Gabriel. In fact, Phil Billing was
โอ้โหไม่ได้อีก10 นาทีเว้ย10 นาทีสุดท้ายเฮ้ยเป่า
We're going to get another stoppage in play here. Chris Kavanagh holding proceedings
อ๋อเว้ยเฮียมต้องได้สักครั้งเหรอวะ
They are going to have a VAR check here now, and it's
ต้องได้สักครั้งแหละ
call decision. There's been so many in this game, and well, right, thoughts on this, Will, because Gabriel is heading it towards goal. Phil Billing is a yard away from him. He does raise his hands, doesn't he? Does Billing? It's not a natural
ไม่ได้
position, but
ไม่น่าจะได้หรอครับอาร์เซนอลเขาไม่ค่อยจะถูกกับ VAR เท่าไหร่
what are your thoughts on that one?
ไม่ได้อีกโอ้ยอะไรครับเนี่ย
seconds earlier, but I still don't think that's a penalty. It is an unnatural position for Philip Billing, but again, the distance of time between when Gabriel gets the header and it hitting the hand of Billing, there's no chance for Billing to actually get out of the way. He's trying to protect himself because he thinks he's going to collide with a defender. So I think that is the correct decision.
Yeah,
no
concrete handball sort of decisions have they, but even still, Bournemouth really have to be careful here because they're going to have their backs to the wall, trying to get their bodies in the way of any shot and just keep their hands down because there's these half scares, aren't there? As soon as the VAR screen, or at least there's the suggestion that VAR might be used. More tension to Gary O'Neill's men. Gary O'Neill, incidentally, is going to make another substitution. It's going to be Django Ouattara getting the congratulations of Gabriel Magalhaes, the Arsenal centre-back. It's been a good performance from him, the winter signing from Lorient in Ligue 1. He comes off in the place of Ryan Christie. So a like-for-like, as you'd imagine, yet Christie does go into that right midfield position, which, as it stands, is a flat four with Solanke trying to press Thomas Partey, who finds Bukayo Saka out on the far side. 82 minutes gone. Good ball into the feet of Odegaard into the area. Can he get a ball?
โอ้ยสวยโอเดการ์ดไป
Teammate, he runs out of the 18-yard box, tries to beat Jaden Anthony, does well to give it to Ben White, who lost it to the 6-yard box, but not really on the same wavelength.
เฮ้ย
Attackers who had cut
เปิดอะไรวะเป็นไว้
the ball away from goal, and instead he led it, straight into the hands of Neto again.
There's a real, quite clear air of frustration that's just bubbling under the surface of this Arsenal side, of the fact they can't find any clear gaps through this Bournemouth defence. They feel like decisions aren't going their way, and that ball by Ben White was really, really sloppy. Really could have picked up his pass better.
Once again, as you'd imagine, Arsenal throwing bodies forward in line with Bournemouth. Reece Nelson now. Alexander Zinchenko to Nelson. Under pressure from Adam Smith, tries to get a ball into the box, attempted flick on Martinelli. It fell kindly to Bukayo Saka.
เปิดไปเฮียได้ไหมเฮียไม่ได้อีก
Nicely for a first time volley. To Bournemouth's credit, there's a defender that gets in the way. I think it's Marcus Senesi as we just see a replay of it, but Bukayo Saka just snatches at the opportunity and it'll trickle out for a goal kick.
It will. It was a bit of a snapshot.
โอ้ยิงแป๊กไปเองอีกโอ้โห
The required accuracy as we're seeing a change being made. It's the change that I was somewhat expecting.
นี่ชาก้าครับลงแทนฟาบิโอเวร่านะครับ
being brought off, and it's Granit Xhaka who is going to come on in his stead, who's had a fantastic season so far. And he's got about 6 minutes of normal time, and what I assume is going to be quite a lot of added on time as well that we'll have at the end of this game.
Yeah, we've had our stoppages, haven't we, Will? And yeah, bringing Xhaka on just brings maybe a bit more of leadership in trying to get this comeback complete. Ryan Christie finding his first few touches of the ball, tries to beat Alexander Zinchenko. Well tackled by the Ukrainian, out for a Bournemouth throw, in which you'd imagine they will take their time on, but plenty of time still.
เวลาก็จะหมดแล้วนะน้องๆดีมาเซนอนเอาหน่อยครับ
Well, apologies to Bournemouth fans, but there's no side that scored more Premier League home goals in the last 15 minutes than Arsenal this season. 6 goals in the final quarter hour of a game. So the job isn't done just yet for Bournemouth. It would be a crucial point for them, wouldn't it? Maybe an unexpected point, but 2-0.
ไปเว้ยลำเดลไปต่อ
They would go back into 18th
เป็น
position
ไว้
with this draw. Everton behind them. They would overtake
เกลี่
but they will play Nottingham Forest tomorrow.
ตายเลยครับ
Well, on this
โอ้ยเหี้ย
after that, of course, is against Manchester United. Poor ball from the Arsenal defence. Straight on again for Bournemouth throwing. Adam Smith is going over to take this one and once again take his time.
Yeah, it's getting to the point now that Bournemouth will just be looking to get these seconds ticked away wherever possible to try and frustrate and limit this Arsenal side who have had 81% possession in this game, 650 passes made to Bournemouth's 153. It's been dominant in the space of possession. They just have not had the required chances as Ødegaard has been absolutely scythed down by Stevens. It's
เสียบอย่างนี้เลยเหรอ
is the man that was down on the deck. He thankfully is back onto his feet. It was actually a Mepham, that came flying in. It's the first real bit of physical tackle that we've seen from any player. It's actually Martinelli that was caught, and it's not a great tackle at all by Mepham.
Oh, it's not, because he goes straight through the back of Martinelli, doesn't he? And you've said it yourself, there haven't been too many fouls in this game, just because Bournemouth have been so deep, with Arsenal having all of the possession. And yeah, a rare sort of over-committed challenge, isn't it, from Chris Mepham? It's a deserved yellow card. And with only a few minutes left, he still has to be careful, I suppose, doesn't he? In what will be a tough test, a tough defensive test for the visitors. Since those 2 goals from Arsenal, I don't think there's been any other goals in the
เกนเชนโก้
1-0 to Aston Villa.
เนลสัน
Crystal Palace. 3 goals to the good of the Seagulls as well against West Ham United. Chelsea still 1 goal up against Leeds. Arsenal looking for a third here. Partey into Ben White. Good ball into the feet of Osaka. Again, he gets a shot away on the edge of the area. Cuts onto his right foot. Now gets the shot away blocked by Senesi, I think it was, in the end, out for yet another.
โอ้โหไม่ส่งไม่ส่งบรรยากาศ
I think have broken the deadlock at home against Tottenham Hotspur. Wait confirmation on the scorer there. So pain for one.
ไม่ได้เตะมุมอีกแล้วเตะมุมอีกครั้งแล้วเนี่ยนี่จะ20 ครั้งแล้วเหรอ
William Saliba, he'll come to Reece Nelson, does well to bring it under
ไม่
control.
ได้
He's got Martinelli for help. Now Zinchenko, 25 yards from goal, centre of goal into Martin Ødegaard. Strike from distance again, just over the goal. He's claiming for a corner. In fairness, I don't think he's going to get it. He's very vocal in his
ไม่ได้ลูกเตะมุมอีก
I think it must have took a nick, at least in his opinion. But again, another shot that just goes sailing over the crossbar.
Yeah, they feel like that's all they can really do.
87
Take shots from the edge of the area. Ødegaard's effort, I think it does take a slight deflection off of Jack Stevens, not spotted by Chris Kavanagh, and it goes over the bar.
ถ้าจบแบบนี้นะอาร์เซนอลจะทำแมนซิตี้3 แต้มนะครับแต่ประตูได้เสียต้องน้อยกว่าเยอะก็เสียเปรียบครับแต่ไม่ควรจบอะแบบเนี้ย
Brazilian goalkeeper Martinelli, the one to track it all the way back as it's launched further forward, looking for the head of Dominic Solanke. Very important role from him today. He hasn't got his goal, has he? But very instrumental in the counters that Bournemouth have had. Speaking of Bournemouth, they've just earned a free kick right on the halfway line. Reece Nelson bringing down Adam Smith as we edge towards the 89th minute. Only a handful of minutes before we do know how many will be added on by the 4th official. Chris Mepham going over for this one, incidentally leaving it for Adam Smith. Arsenal players demanding Chris Kavanagh to punish them for wasting a bit of time. In the end, he does go long looking for the head of Jadon Anthony. Comes off of the head of Anthony, but he didn't know too much about it, and Ben White can clear it. Again, straight out for a Bournemouth throw, and this is going to be really frustrating for Arsenal, isn't it? Because there's so many stoppages in the game now. It's playing into the hands of Bournemouth. They managed to recover well from that sort of 8-minute spell when Arsenal got their 2 goals, which was almost about 20 minutes ago, wasn't it now? And they've ridden the storm quite well.
They have ridden the storm, and they've frustrated Arsenal ever since. They've limited them to half chances at best from the Gunners, and they still have a little bit of time to do their defensive work. They haven't let the squandering of the 2-goal lead get them down.
Wouldn't Arsenal love to have the scoreline that Brighton do? They're 4 goals up now against West Ham United. As Xhaka brings the ball forward, tries to find Ødegaard on the edge of the area.
นิชาก้าโอ้โหเย็ดเค้จ่ายไม่ดี
That's got the goal in that one. His 2nd of the game. Sorry, the 1st of the game, I should say. 4th for Roberto De Zerbi's men. Here's Ben White now with Ødegaard for help on his left foot, 25 yards from goal. Both Lewis Cook and Ryan Christie trying to prevent him from getting the ball in the box. The ball does come in the box in the end, intercepted by Ryan.
ได้ลูกเตะมุมอีกแล้ว16 ครั้งแล้วนะครับเพื่อน
ๆ 7 fingers up to the linesman. I don't know whether that's to say his opinion that there should be 7 minutes of added time.
I can imagine he's been trying to count up the amount of minutes that he thinks should be awarded, but I'm not sure if that is going to be the case. Still waiting to find out as the corner kick's taken short.
ต้องได้สักลูกแล้วล่ะจังหวะเนี้ยเอาเชเดนโก้โอ้ยิงไม่ได้เชเดนโก้บอกกูจะทำยังไงเนี่ยกูยิงไม่ได้
Now Ben White, 6 minutes of added time have been awarded as the cross is deflected and falls into the hands of
ไม่ได้
and with 6 minutes of added on, there's still plenty of time to nick a winner for Arsenal.
6 นาทีนะครับทดเวลา
Taking the time even more now.
Exactly, yeah, and it's not too many weeks ago where Arsenal scored 2 in added on time away from home against Aston Villa to win that game. They need another moment of magic from somewhere in order to get this elusive winner. Adam Smith's currently on the deck, I think clutching his groin. Not sure if he'll have a bit of an injury there, which means that the added on time will surely add on at least an extra minute. But Smith is now back onto his feet and he looks to try and continue, but the faces that we're seeing on Mikel Arteta is of a very worried man.
Yeah, there's a lot of concern on his face. For Gary O'Neill's thoughts as well. He's trying to motivate his men to get over this final hurdle. 2-0 up. These are 3 points that would have been if they could have held on to it. They're on the ball at the moment and approaching Arsenal's final third with Ryan Christie under pressure from Zinchenko, who does well to not only tackle Christie but allow the final touch to come off of the Bournemouth man and allow Arsenal to take the throw in quickly and bring everyone forward. All the Bournemouth players racing back into position as Thomas
แต่เว้ยยังมีเวลาเว้ยอานอนนั่นทดเวลาบาดเจ็บเลย
Ball down the line for Ben White. First time delivery nearly onto the head of Granit Xhaka. Cleared well by Bournemouth. Only as far as Odegaard. He goes back to Zinchenko towards the centre circle. He's got Reece Nelson to his left. Gabriel to his right. Goes further right to Saliba. Now Odegaard again, who's dropping deep to try and unlock this final door. Now Thomas Partey into Gabriel. Inch by inch, yard by yard, getting slightly further forward now. Reece Nelson into the Bournemouth area, drilled across the face of goal, intercepted by.
โอ้โหเหี้ยเอ้ยเปิดไม่ได้
Again, anywhere will do. Aaron Ramsdale is in the centre circle now, bringing it forward yet again for an Arsenal on.
ไปต่อ
As you say, there should be a minute extra added on to the 6. Seen 2.5 of them already. Here's Odegaard, now Zinchenko. Chelsea game has finished 1-0.
เซนเชนโก้ไป
Potter's men against Leeds. What a crucial 3 points that is for them as the ball is whipped in by Zinchenko over the heads of everybody. Jade
โอ้โหแรงอีก
who want to pick up the pieces on the far side. Again lumps it, looking for Dominic Solanke, intercepted by Thomas Partey. The Arsenal fans want a throw-in in their favour, but they're not going to get it.
They're not going to get it. It's going to be a throw-in for Bournemouth just on the halfway line, and they'll waste a few more valuable seconds in this game. Can confirm that Brighton have beaten West Ham by 4 goals to 0 in their game.
ถ้าเสมอก็คงตามนั้นนะครับเพื่อนๆทำไงได้
Little under 3 minutes of the allotted 6 minutes shown. Time running out now for the Gunners.
There should be 3 points guaranteed for Wolves as well, shouldn't it? I think they've got a second against Tottenham Hotspur. Of course, Wolves down there as well in the relegation battle, but a victory for them takes them on to 27 points. 5 points clear of the drop zone. Bournemouth on 22 as it stands. Good ball into Bukayo Saka, who drills it into the box. What a crucial interception by Jack Stevens, because there was an Arsenal man waiting for a tap in. But the danger isn't over yet for the Cherries. Reece Nelson sends Thomas Partey.
ยังมีเวลาเว้ยแป๊บเดียว
And plays it out wide to Zinchenko. He whips it in. Cleared comfortably by Marco Senesi. Now Gabriel heads it towards Partey, back into the feet of Gabriel, down the line for Zinchenko. A chance for him to get another ball into the box. Adam Smith closing the angles. Here's Reece Nelson, tries to strike from distance, but again just straight at Neto. They've not really tested.
โอ้ยติดแซบอีกปล่อยเลยครับ
Any sort of perfect strikes at goal, have there? So many of them have been straight at the hands of Neto, and that's another one.
Yeah, it's an easy save for Neto there. It was a good manoeuvring of his feet to get himself into that position to make that real catch more than anything. Nelson trying to use quick feet to get that half yard of space, but Bournemouth do well to really just show him the only position that he really could have put that shot, which was straight into the arms of Neto as Gabriel is bundled over by Christie. Free kick taken quickly. Can confirm that
Arsenal.
ไป
So many stats will tell the story of this game.
จะทำยังไงวันนี้
One that Arsenal will be desperate
แน่น
to
ชิบ
change.
หาย
We have entered right from distance, blocked by Phil Billing, who's an emergency centre back at the moment. Still not clear from Bournemouth just yet, and the ricochet comes off of Thomas Partey, much to the frustration of Arsenal, and out for a Bournemouth goal kick.
Yeah, to get a shot away, Erdegaard tried to initially
เงียบเลย
get one from the edge of the area. That was well blocked by Billing. I think it might have been going wide anyway, but then it was a real scramble, and Bournemouth did really well just to smother the area.
Goal kick taken by Neto, straight out of touch. And we have seen the 6 minutes now, so it's all up to the referee to decide how many extra seconds or minutes should be allotted. Is this the last roll of the dice for Arteta's men? Here's Odegaard. He's got Ben White to his right, Bukayo Saka to his left. Instead he goes further central for Zinchenko. He gets the ball into the box over the head of Martinelli. Cleared well by Lewis Cook in the end. Still inside Bournemouth's half though, with Saliba. Throwing everything now at the Cherries are the Gunners, with Odegaard. Lofts it to the back post, looking for Granit Xhaka. Keeps it alive now with Reece Nelson. Into Zinchenko, inside Bournemouth's penalty box. Shot deflected and just wide, but it could so easily have found Ben White at the back post again.
ยิงเรียบร้อยไอ้เหี้ยไม่ได้อีกเตะมุมโอ้ยเหี้ยไม่มีใครชาร์จเลย
Back post, Zinchenko. The deflection actually makes it spin away from goal, but it could easily found an Arsenal man or end up in the bottom corner.
Corner whipped in from Martin Odegaard into the 6-yard area, cleared by Senesi only as far as Reece Nelson with a left-footed strike, and he's done it! The comeback is complete, and it's one of the super subs, the number 24, Reece Nelson on the edge of the area.
3-2
Bournemouth have defended so brilliantly with everyone behind the ball, but there was absolutely no stopping that one. Aaron Ramsdale has run the distance of the Emirates pitch to celebrate everyone.
ไอ้เหี้ยมาว่ะโอ้โห
He's on top of Reece Nelson at the moment. He's the hero of the day, and as it stands, the points gap at the top of the
โอ้โห โอ้โอ้โหลีเดลสันขอบคุณขอบคุณเลยอีขอบคุณเลยโอ้โหเยี่ยแม่งเป็นอะไรที่ไม่สุดยอดเลยอ่ะโอ้โหยิงสวยจัดชนะ3-2โอ้โหโอ้โหเนลสันขอบคุณเลยโอ้โหเนลสันขอบคุณเลยจริงๆโอ้โหโอ้โหสหสุดยอดโอ้โหมันเป็นอย่างนี้มันต้องอย่างนี้ศรีธัญญาอะไรของมึงวะอะไรอ่ะตัวเองคุณเดมิวอะไรฮะโอ้สุดยอดครับโอ้โหนำ3-2ชนะ3-2เฉยเลย เฮียเนลสันโหเอาละครับจบไปแล้วนะครับอาร์เซนอลนะครับเอาชนะบอร์นมัธไปได้3-2นะครับก็บอร์นมัธนะครับได้ประตูแรกนะครับในนาทีที่1นะครับจากไบลิงนะครับแล้วก็นาทีที่2นะครับจากเซนเนสซี่นะครับแล้วก็อาร์เซนอลนะครับมาตีไข่แตกได้จากโทมัสปาเต้นะครับในนาทีที่62นะครับเป็น2-1แล้วก็เป็นไว้นะครับมายิงตีเสมอให้เป็น2-2นะครับแล้วก็นาทีบาปนะครับลีดเนลสันนะครับยิงแซงนำให้อาร์เซนอลนะครับชนะไป3-2นะครับอะไรก็เกิดขึ้นได้แหละครับถ้ามีปาปีก้าอะไรก็เกิดขึ้นได้นะครับก็จบไปแล้วนะครับสำหรับวันนี้ค่ำคืนนี้มันมากครับเพื่อนๆเกือบแย่ครับอาร์เซนอลเกือบแย่จริงๆก็ยังรักษานะครับช่องว่าง5คะแนนไปได้โคตรดราม่าเลยครับเพื่อนๆเดี๋ยวโอเคนะครับเพื่อนๆก็เดี๋ยววันนี้นะครับลาไปก่อนนะพรุ่งนี้เรามาเจอกันคู่แมนยูนะครับกับลิเวอร์พูลนะครับในช่วง5 ทุ่มครึ่งนะครับฝากเพื่อนๆด้วยเดี๋ยวเราเข้ามาดูกันนะครับถ้าไม่ได้ไปไหนนะครับอย่าลืมฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กด Subscribe ดูให้หน่อยนะครับก็เดี๋ยวเราเจอกันนะครับวันนี้เดี๋ยวดูก่อนนะครับถ้ามีเวลาเดี๋ยวผมอาจจะคุยหลังเกมอาร์เซนอลนะผมฝากด้วยนะครับคนที่เข้ามาใหม่นะผมฝากรบกวนฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยนะครับโหวันนี้แม่งโคตรระทึกเลยครับผมไม่สุดยอดจริงๆเป็นอะไรที่แม่งก็ต้องมาครับมันก็มาได้นะครับเพื่อนๆอะไรโดนนำ2-0แต่ก็ยังยิง3 ลูกรวดนะครับเอาชนะไปได้3-2ขอบคุณจริงๆครับขอบคุณเพื่อนๆที่เข้ามารับชมรับฟังนะครับฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้หน่อยครับก็วันนี้นะครับราตรีสวัสดิ์นะครับฝันดีครับเพื่อนๆพี่สวัสดีครับ